when we first met, it was electric. Fireworks, like you see in the movies. We liked all the same music. We liked the same movies. We liked to do the same things. We were soulmates. And so 5 months later, we're sitting down and we're signing the papers for our first house. Oh, I was so excited. And then I felt this tug from inside. My inner child was trying to talk to me. Why are we the only ones putting money in? Where's his money? Something doesn't feel right to me. Now, my inner child, she's this old, wise soul. But did I listen to her? I talked back. Baby, this is what we've been waiting for, to be loved. Shh. I need you to be quiet so that we can be loved and live happily ever after. And I put a gag on my inner child that day. And I pushed her aside to quiet her fears. I stayed with him because he told me I was lucky to have him. Lucky to have him given how broken I was. Broken. My inner child tried to tell me that I was not broken, but instead of listening to her, I shut her up. About 6 months into the relationship, she manages to pull the gag off, kick and scream and get my attention. This is not right. If he loved us, he wouldn't treat us this way. She was right, but I didn't listen to her. And so we ended up repeating this pattern every 6 months. Not for 1 year, not for 2 years, but for 10 years. Until one day, a friend of mine who had always been Switzerland, whether you stay or whether you go, I will be here for you. She leans in and takes my shoulders and she says, if you don't get out now, you're going to die. Bam. Switzerland had made a stand. And my inner girl, Violet, inner child, she just ripped that gag off for the last time. And this time I was listening to her. Instead of asking for permission to leave, I told him that I was leaving. Instead of waiting for him to acknowledge my demands to be let go, I packed a bag and I left. And the next time I saw him was at mediation. My lawyer beside me, his lawyer across from me, him in another room because he can't play nice. His lawyer says to me, you haven't declared all your assets. Honey, there are no other assets. It's just the house and the money he owes me from his business. And I am not willing to back down again. I'm willing to risk it all in order to have me, because I have learned to love me that much. I had learned to listen to my inner voice, to trust my knowing, to love my inner child. And while I did win the house back, more importantly, I won me back. So my question for you is, when is it going to be time for you to love you that fiercely? To trust your inner knowing, to listen to your inner voice, to stand firm in what you know, even when it's not popular, even when people think you are wrong, and even if it means risking everything. Because here's what I know. You have never been broken. And you are far more powerful than you have ever given yourself credit for. So love yourself fiercely, because without it, nothing else matters. Thank you.